A vile criminal who subjected his victim to 3 decades of horrific sexual abuse where she was forced into sex with as many as 1,000 men has been jailed for life. Rodney Johnston, 67, of HMP Norwich, was convicted on Friday, January 9th, for a string of offenses, with his victim stating she finally feels free for the first time in decades, following the verdict. Johnston was found guilty of 3 counts of procuring a woman to have sexual intercourse through threats or intimidation, 2 counts of causing a person to engage in sexual activity without consent, and 1 count of witness intimidation. "I found myself in a situation I never imagined I would be in," she continued, adding that it was easier to comply with Johnston than face the consequences of defying him. "What I then went on to endure I would not wish on anybody. I had no voice, no choice. I felt dirty, sick, used, degraded, humiliated and terrified, but his became my norm." Detectives discovered some 30,000 images and videos documenting the abuse, which happened during outings to secluded woodland or prearranged hotel rooms where the victim would be made to engage sexually with multiple men. The victim described Johnston as a monster for whom she was nothing more than an object. "I no longer know who I am," she said. "Now I must rebuild myself, and I often feel lost and unsure where to begin. I feel anxious about the future, but for the first time in decades, I am free." Following the verdict, police have issued a statement which reads, "With the conclusion of Phase 1 and the conviction of the defendant, our focus now shifts to establishing if any further offenses have been committed, and if so, we will conduct a thorough investigation to identify those responsible and do everything possible to try to bring them to justice." The victim's family has expressed that they are endlessly proud of her courage throughout the legal process, with Judge Alice Robinson telling Johnston it was difficult to comprehend how appalling his offending was, adding there were a multitude of aggravating factors, including a failure to accept any responsibility for his actions. She sentenced him to life with a minimum time of 16 years. Following this, Senior Investigating Officer Duncan Woodham said, "Today's sentence is the result of painstaking work due to the sheer volume of evidence involved, and of course, the courage of the victim in telling us about what she has endured. We are grateful for her trust in us, allowing us to present the full scale of Johnston's prolonged, disturbing, and truly awful abuse. Whilst this sentence cannot undo what happened to her, we hope she can now take those steps to build her life on her own terms. She has shown remarkable bravery. And to anyone else who is suffering abuse, please come forward and know you will be listened to and supported."